What's up, traders? Matt from the Trade Brigade here doing a technical analysis on ticker symbol ATVI for Activision Blizzard. On the left-hand side, we're looking at the daily time frame, and on the right-hand side, the 30-minute intraday time frame. This company did just report earnings after the bell today, so I'm sure a lot of eyes are on it due to that. Let's go ahead and flip on our extended hours session just to see what's kind of happening in the post-market, and certainly a nice rally after the number was released. They must have issued some forward guidance that was rather positive there. So good to know that it is moving higher in the post-market. Let's go ahead and turn that back off and talk about levels that should be relevant given that we're moving higher. So it looks like based on what we just saw, we are going to be filling that gap, but it will be happening in a pre/post-market session, and gaps we don't count as filling unless it happens in a regular trading hours session. So note that if we open above 82.54, the gap still remains underneath us and should fill down to $81.44. To the upside, what other areas of resistance should we be paying attention to? It looks like, based on the daily, there is some sort of action that's happened here, but it's kind of nuanced, right? So I'd really prefer to look at the 30-minute for that in a minute. Really, after this large breakdown candle, there was a prior area of support kind of in this zone. So let's map that out as a critical area to be watching up above. That's right around $90, a nice round psychological number. Now let's focus on that 30-minute time frame to see what was going on with those more nuanced levels. Of course, what we were talking about was kind of the shelf in here. If you just note, there's multiple touches that happened in this area, then another rejection and another rejection here, right around 84.32. So keep a close eye on that area. If depending on where we open after the gap is all said and done, right now the stock is trading. You can see the bid ask right here between 84.70 and 84.75. So right around, above this area here, it should offer some support if we open above and pull back into it, noting that prior resistance should offer some support. After that, where's your next critical area to watch? I would argue right here around $87, just mapping that out. So it's on our charts and we are aware. It's not going to be a super critical level simply because, remember, looking left on the daily perspective, this was a very emotional move, sell move to the downside, right? So what that leaves in its wake is rather weak market structure. So any retracement of that should happen relatively quickly. So those are upside levels, which we just discussed. We know that we could potentially be seeing a gap up. Obviously, pay attention to the gap underneath us, which we have outlined. And then the line in the sand to the downside is, of course, just going to be the low of today here at $77.85. If it really gets going underneath, which I do not anticipate given what's happening in the post-market, then maybe there's a next area of support coming in closer to our $75 mark, the whole round number there. So if you enjoyed the video or learned anything new, found these levels useful that you should be watching, let me know down below in the comments section or by simply leaving the video a thumbs up. That being said, check out our main channel, which is linked down below in the description, and I wish you all a green trading week.